Many of you might already know that Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, is currently on holiday in Madeira with his wife Victoria Starmer and their children. This marks his first vacation since taking office. However, his actions during the trip have left many tourists frustrated. According to reports, Starmer and his family were given special treatment and allowed to skip to the front of a long queue for a toboggan ride. Some tourists had been waiting for as long as 3 hours, and seeing the Prime Minister bypass the line left them feeling annoyed. The situation escalated when a few people in the crowd shouted, "Get to the back of the queue!" One tourist described the scene, saying, "We arrived at 10 a.m. and queued like everyone else for hours, even though we had pre-booked our ride. The line was filled with lots of Brits from cruise ships, and everyone remained polite and patient. But just as we reached the front, the mood changed completely." This incident has sparked criticism, with many calling out the unfairness of prioritizing Starmer over other waiting tourists. The situation has added a controversial twist to what was meant to be a family holiday. Around 1 p.m., I happened to be filming when I saw Keir Starmer arrive at the park. He was in a car with his security team following behind. As he stepped out, he smiled, but what caught my attention was what happened next. His 2 kids were immediately taken to the front of the queue and placed on the ride. People who had been standing in line all morning didn't take this lightly. Many started booing and shouting things like, "Get to the back of the queue," and it was clear that they felt it was unfair. Imagine waiting for hours, only to see someone skip ahead just because they're in a position of privilege. Yes, Keir Starmer may have security concerns, but it still didn't sit well with those of us who had been queuing for 3 hours. Brits are known for their patience and love of fairness, especially when it comes to queuing, so this was a hard thing to accept. This incident didn't just upset locals, even international visitors were left shaking their heads. What do you think? Was this a sign of poor judgment, or was it justified? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like this video if you agree.